You got so angry at me when I bought that cloud insurance. But now they're really up to something. Them and Belos, they're conspiring.
Yeah, sure. Welcome back, everyone, to Owl Stretching Time, our Disney Plus live reaction of The Owl House. We are 2 episodes away from the end of Season 2 of Owl House. It's been a long journey. Honestly, this feels like it's been going on for, 3 years now or something like that?
Yeah, it started in 2020.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I kept thinking this was, Season 3, but I'm like, no, Season 2 hasn't even wrapped up yet. And I know shows like this tend to have long periods of hiatuses and stuff, given the quality they are and everything, but it honestly feels like this has been going on a long time. But even so, I'm still not ready for the season to be over.
This is basically Season 2B at this point, the second half of Season 2.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We come a long way from Ida and Lilith losing their powers, because so much has happened, and heck, the last episode alone, we finally got our resistance together. All the major players are finally in one spot. So now the question is, what is their ultimate plan for dealing with Belos and the Day of Unity? There's so many variables, so many ways this can go, and as we all know, Season 3 only has those 3 specials. So it's fair to assume things are not going to go very well. And I'm almost wondering if we're going to see something on Amphibia level of, ending in terms of one of the characters. I won't say now that I think we're going to lose somebody significant, but anything goes at this point. I'm not going to assume they're going to be safe for the sake of it being a kid's show, because we saw what happened with Amphibia. It could easily happen here.
I think Belos is going to get knocked out of main villain status, and it's going to wind up being the Collector.
It's a good possibility, kind of like with Gravity Falls, how the ultimate bad guy ended up being Bill. It could very well be the same situation, too, where we defeat all the regular bad guys and everything, only for the big baddie to show up at the very end, and then everything ends in a big special. I mean, it makes sense. But let's get started and see what happens when the Resistance puts its plan into action. And play.
You haven't been home in how many hundreds of years? What if it's all changed? What if you changed? You got so used to eating ballast you can barely keep your human shape anymore.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
To get out of this prison. If we need a 3rd player, we can make another Grimlock.
Jeez.
No, not until I've dealt with this one.
Just free me already. You promise.
The training spell must work first, like you promised.
You need to have more faith in Pinky swears.
Don't worry, Collector. Your patience will be rewarded.
So who do you think's gonna betray who? Or they're gonna betray each other equally?
Mutual betrayment, but I think the Collector's going to be the one that comes out on top.
Please stop talking to me. Oh, if only there was a way to show Belos your true worth. If only there was a way to show Belos your... Let's get out of here.
I guess she was demoted.
She won't believe you.
Even if she did, she won't care.
Well, someone has to tell Mom about the draining spell.
Perhaps we should reconsider this deal.
Blights always uphold their end of the deal, dear. Or should I reconsider ours? It might be time for the kids to play a more active role in Blight Industries. I could start the paperwork right now.
Is she threatening him with a divorce?
Hey guys, Dad might listen.
What kind of language is that?
The language of love, Ida. But it's unfair.
Language of Tamagotchi,
Just
but...
says grounded, come quick.
Ta-da! Ooh, disguises! Yes! A milestone of malfeasance in my new life of crime. This is just a trick to get me to wear clothes!
Who's like, I'm gonna free ball and no one's gonna stop me!
I am a Titan. Are you frightened? Yeah, me too, pal.
I know you want to help, but we gotta keep this stuff a secret between us 5 for now. You may be a Titan, but you're still a little guy.
All right, let's get this
I
briefing
mean, she's
over.
right.
Little guy with power.
We have 24
But she's only
hours
learning.
until the Day of Unity begins, and Belos activates the draining spell.
Belos made sure we all have replacements. We can't stop
Oh,
the draining
shit.
spell, but we can corrupt it. That's where the Owl Lady comes in.
Huh?
Ugh, the Curse Eater.
Yeah, we're bringing that back.
My curse warps magic. I did quite a number on you two, if I remember correctly.
You remember incorrectly. I was completely unfazed. Ida would have to sneak into
You
the
almost
tower.
died.
Here's how. I'll control a pair of abominations to release Everwolf's flesh-eating beast into the crowd. It will create a distraction so big we can get Ida up with the Coven heads. The spell will halt when it comes in contact with the curse, and the day will be saved. No problem.
Presumably.
What? Only a few people would get eaten. Even then, just the small ones.
The safest bet is to have Ida tap into the spell by taking someone's place as Coven Head. My place. Sigil and all.
I was afraid that might
As
happen.
head bard, you'd also be flanked by me and Ever, where we can keep an eye on the others.
Please, let me do this as a... No. You haven't had your curse that long. You don't know how it would react, but I do. And how can I say no to sticking it to Belos one final time? Not only that, but I got the Rain Whispers watching out for me. Heck yes, Owl Lady!
I don't see this going well. There are way too many variables with this.
The coat's finally dry. I thought you'd carve something cute, like a tarantula. Why an egg?
I got to decide what my future looked like when I chose to be a witch, and I want them to have that option too. Until then, I'm willing to wait.
Try to play them music sometime. They can hear you.
I love you already.
Can you believe
Like a
I got to
poke egg,
pretend to be a
almost?
Coven head?
Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, of course I don't. You know, even before the curse, I couldn't stand covens. Only a select few can learn about different types of magic. That made no sense. But if it's the only way to stop this, then I'm gonna do it. It's not nearly as romantic as going on a rescue mission to save your girlfriend.
I never said I was gonna.
Ooh, but you wanna. It's written all over your face.
Yeah.
Of course I want to.
As adults can handle ourselves. Tell Bossy Boots I said, yo.
Stop talking like that. This isn't goodbye. I command it.
See each other after the Day of Unity.
If we succeed.
When we succeed. We have the advantage after all. We've got King the Titan and Loose the Human on our side. Legends in the making.
Don't forget Ida, the Owl Lady.
Already a legend, and the most horrifying one of them all.
And they're only 2 days away from retirement.
Promise you'll protect her.
Promise. Well,
Did
the
you
next
just
24
wink?
hours are going to be rough, but everyone knows their part, and I'm confident we'll succeed. Because we are the Covens against the throne.
Wait, can we please not make this our battle cry?
AKA the Cats.
Oh, was there ever
my
a cat
best.
so clever as magic?
Greatest
The
adventure
Mustafa release the butthole cut.
I don't want to say it, but this really feels like one of those, this is the last time the three of them will see each other, at least for a long time. So doesn't it mean they have to put the Coven sigil under her wrist, then, in order for her to pass? How does that work if she already doesn't have magic?
Maybe it won't work.
Unless it only drains the curse, then Ida will finally be curse-free, which on the one hand would be good, but on the other hand, that means she loses her heartbeat powers.
Yeah.
Question 2 is if they do drain her, can she still use like glyph magic? Technically speaking, Luz, to our knowledge, doesn't have innate magic and can use it, so Amity's mom, she has been controlling him, threatening her husband by involving the kids more unless he does certain things. Like, I knew she was a bitch, but I didn't think she was like this level of evil mastermind. She's like holding her kids hostage over her husband. Jesus.
Like, I thought she'd be scared by, basically watched over by the Emperor's Coven now that they're producing all the abominations for them. But, yeah, no, this is not what I expected at all.
Well, she would think given she has prophecy powers, she could theoretically see what Belos is planning to do. And yet she's going along with it, even though she would be drained as well. Unless he has some, like, secret hidden agreement with him that we don't know about. But even so, this is Belos. He betrays everyone he comes into contact with. So theoretically, even if they did have an agreement, then he would end up betraying her anyway.
What? I don't need a security escort. Did you hear that, Gus?
Yeah, no, I guess we'll have to go home. It's been fun. See you around, Loose the Human.
Wait. Of course I want you around.
Aw.
I'm so happy. I thought you were all hiding after what happened at Hexhide.
They were. But then they heard Darius ordered me to protect you. More like he begged us to come because he's terrified of getting recognized.
Hunter, are you really up for this? You must be dealing with a lot after learning.
Belos is evil? Don't worry, I'm A-okay.
I'm fine. This is fine. I'm totally fine.
Yellow, stop missing adventures with your friends.
Thing around.
I don't know what you three went through, but they seem to like you.
So I shouldn't worry how they react, right? If that's the case, have you told them about helping Philip?
Ooh.
Yeah, I overheard everything. Don't tell them. Please.
Yeah, that's a bit much right now.
Sorry, man.
Shit. Weedle, weedle, weedle.
Damn, Willow, you scary.
I think she has a lot of pent-up rage over abominations.
Aw, how romantic.
I can't believe Mom broke it. I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna get a message out to Luce. I'm gonna do something.
We already tried burning down the factory. That's what got us grounded too.
If Mom would just hear us out. What do you think Luce would say to you right now? Probably something dorky, but also sweet. She'd say that I might be scared now, but to not let that stop me because every problem has a solution. And everything's been so crazy, we've barely been able to spend time
I give you two some
together, and I'm
privacy.
not letting the world end before we go on a real date. I would say all that.
Aw.
Luce! Sweet potato!
Aww.
I'm gonna take you out when this is all over, Amity. I promise. No monsters, no mysteries, no deadly duels. It's going to be the most
Especially
mundane
haven't
slice
gone
of
on a
life
date yet.
ever. And it'll be awesome.
They've been busy.
I know.
They kissed!
I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
I even think that. Come on, Luce.
Crikey.
Till next time. Will you help me tell them about the training spell? Of course. That's why we're here. We?
Hey. I think she'd be even less inclined to listen if you saw all of them. Uh-oh, she's molting.
To Apple Blood.
What's her potion?
Hey, I know that face. I've got it all under control, Rainstorm. Jealous I may be a better coven head than you? I'll try not to impress everyone too much.
Are you really willing to get a sigil? Even if your curse heals, you'll never be able to practice wild magic again.
My curse isn't going anywhere. I can tell it's always going to be a pain in my feathers. But if I can do this to help, why would I refuse?
Here's your cloaking stone, Ida. It'll keep you hidden under an illusion. But it won't change your voice, so try not to say much.
Whoa!
This works a little.
I must be seeing double. 4 rain whispers. That still happens.
I hope this last shipment will be swift.
This, like she's just wearing like cargo pants and a baseball hat.
If anyone asks, guarding the perimeter.
But
Rudy's wearing a skull mask over a skull mask.
He's my friend, right? He wouldn't lie. He wouldn't.
Who is that?
He wouldn't
Oh, boy.
know. We spent hundreds of years playing his game. I want to play a new game.
Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
For the last time, I'm not interested in your dumb gadgets.
You might want to reconsider. Introducing the
Oh, God.
Automatron. It's 700 horsepower, has 2 very powered jetpacks, and comes in several shades of lilac.
Check me
Just
out.
one, especially for you.
Oh no.
I get a next suit.
Everyone.
Oh god.
It looks empty. And really sad.
Did she turn him into a mouse?
These rooms are off limits.
That's
follow my lead.
disturbing.
Mrs. Blight, such inventions would be invaluable assets to the Emperor's Coven.
Yeah, and we are all about invaluable assets.
Can't get enough of them.
I'm an asset gal myself.
I apologize for the trouble. We'll return to our duties.
I thought I recognized that annoying voice.
This is your still running thing.
Sorry, man.
Shit. Ugh.
Yep, so definitely the Collector is going to double-cross Belos.
I think he's only going to do it after Belos crosses him first. Because it does seem like he is holding out for when Belos frees him, per se. But of course, Belos isn't gonna, because he knows the Collector's gonna do some shit, which he can't stop. So instead, something's gonna happen that accidentally lets the Collector out. Probably King, if I had to guess.
It's going to be King.
And when that happens, oh shit, things are gonna go bad. It's gonna be like when Mabel released Bill. That balcony scene was so romantic. Finally we got them to kiss. Ever since they got together, everyone's just been like, kiss. So I hate to say it, but something tells me Rey's gonna sacrifice themselves to save Ida.
I'm getting that feeling too.
Sucks, because I like Rain, and they've been through so much. I want to see them and Ida live happily ever after, but I know it's probably not meant to be still.
It's the doomed relationship.
Yeah.
Found another wild witch.
Is that like the crew, the Owl House creative team, something like that?
Did I mention I haven't had a weekend off in 5 years?
Sorry. Fireflu side effect. I should let you return to your duties.
The Emperor's Covenant requires I take a meal break, so, no worries?
Sounds like I joined the wrong coven. I should feel accomplished, but none of this feels right. Do you have kids, Mr. Scum?
Oh, no. I'm probably not the right person to give Dad advice. You know, never really met mine.
This is the last pairing I ever thought I'd see.
Kids, get to know them. Things are gonna change after the Day of Unity.
Oh boy, yeah. Let's just say there's not gonna be an after to the Day of Unity.
And I found 2 adorable little scoundrels trying to steal it. But they'll be dealt with.
Edric, Emera.
Don't worry, they'll just be grounded.
Don't you get it? You're helping a witch hunter destroy everything.
Really, Mittens, I'm tired of all this drama. Sneaking around in little disguises, convincing the twins to act out. Are you trying to make me look bad?
She's trying to help people.
Hush, brat.
Don't you talk to my girlfriend like that.
Girlfriend? Oh, no, that won't do. We'll find you a new girlfriend. Someone who's not on wanted posters everywhere.
Oh boy.
Berserker!
Really? You're embarrassing yourself.
Belos will probably snap you in 2 after I hand you over. Maybe he'll make me the new golden guard.
Good luck with that.
He already showed he doesn't give a shit about
All
you.
your friends at the Day of Unity. Well, that's right. The Emperor has eyes everywhere.
Of course.
And they're all pointed at the Owl Lady.
So I guess they have a traitor in their mix.
How did I do that?
Daddy.
Was it the power of believing in myself?
No! It was the power of science. But you all want
Science!
sweetie. Odalia, the Emperor is planning to wipe out everyone with a draining spell, and our abominatons are helping him do it.
Like she cares.
Already knew?
That's what I thought.
Products is none of our business. What is my business is keeping our family ahead of the rest. You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, there's no family anymore.
This is why I don't tell you things. With the Emperor's favor, we'll live like royalty in the new world.
Good for you.
Ooh.
So, it's mutiny then.
Mommy versus Daddy.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew pew. Laser in the sky cliche.
I don't need all you cretins, but this one is mine.
The jetpack actually works!
Not the time.
The jetpack actually works.
Damn, I'm too good.
Since we finished with that little mess, let's get back to business, shall we?
I am never speaking to you again.
You'll thank me when you're a literal princess. It's what's best for the family.
What's best for the family?
is putting an end to all of this.
It's gonna hurt him subtly to destroy all of his creations.
Yeah, but it's the only way.
Work. I won't let you destroy it any further.
This work is finished. Also, I quit.
Fine. I've been meaning to find a more competent business partner anyway, and you won't be getting your severance package.
Oh, Titan. That was terrifying.
Willow, wait!
Have fun signing divorce papers.
I would have loved to be a fly on the wall during that mitigation.
The abomatons at the head?
You're going to go rescue your friend. You'll need a pilot.
I'm a pilot.
You are always welcome at our home. I'm confused.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
It happened so fast. I didn't even realize what was going on.
Oh.
She was gone. She wanted to protect you. And Ida.
Then that means
Oh fuck.
she's being taken to Belos.
I mean, gutsy, but she's all alone. And I know she was able to somewhat beat him last time, but something tells me that's not going to be the case next time.
Yeah. Whoo, boy.
Oh, man. Well, I knew shit would go down, and I called the thing about the mom. I knew it. I don't understand what her mentality is. She has the power of prophecy. She should see that what he plans to do is gonna kill everyone, herself included. And yet somehow she thinks that she's gonna be favored by him just because she's loyal? Are you kidding me?
You see what she did to Kikimora. That should be a red flag. A very bright red flag.
Oh, God. I mean, I'm glad that they kind of redeemed Alphonse, you know, because, again, they were showing that he wasn't really the bad parent in this. Yes, he obviously made some very bad choices, and he was neglectful of his kids. But deep down, you see that it's really the mother that's been influencing this whole time, forcing him to go along with her whim, mostly because he seems to be afraid of her. And he just doesn't have the backbone to stand up for himself. So it was really nice to see him actually fight her on this.
And it was probably the only way he could, you know, get to do what he wanted in the end. I mean, it's bad deal. He made the bad choice, but I understand why he did it. Why he opted to let Adalia take full control.
Because he's just the inventor. He's not the marketing expert. And given her powers of clairvoyancy, she can see what would work and what would sell. So, you know, it made sense in that regard. But at the same time, though, he's basically taking his talents and just turning it into, like, a factory job. Like he said, he hadn't had, like, any time off in, like, 5 years. And that's, to me, is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Like, I know some people are really passionate about stuff to the point where it doesn't become a job, it's just an obsession and stuff. But you can see at this point how burnt out he's getting. And especially now that all these revelations are coming to light, what exactly it is they're doing with his creations. So I'm glad to see that, you know, he finally broke away from all that.
Although he's still apologizing for her, which that sends some bad signals. I'm like, yeah, it looks like he is over on her side, but I'm just hoping in the end he doesn't crack under the pressure.
I mean, I can't say for sure. I've known a lot of couples where there was like one really dominant partner and the other one just went along either because they were timid or because out of fear and stuff. And even when they do break away, they end up never really coming back just because they either feel bad or there's some lingering feelings or the other person is just so overbearing they just do it to shut them up. So I can't say for certain. I would like to think that they split after this, assuming they all live. But, you know, we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, in regards to, like, the whole battle and stuff, it was really cool to see all of the kids versus the mom and the Kikimora and the automatons and all that. You know, seeing all these different Coven powers really go into use. It was, like, really cool. But I do wonder what the heck Luce's plan is exactly. Okay, Kikimora took her in place of Hunter, and is going to take her straight to Belos. Then what? As we both know, Luce is not very good at thinking ahead in terms of her actions, so...
I mean, at the very least, she does have the element of surprise in that Kikimora right now thinks that she's Hunter.
Yeah, but as soon as she lands,
she's going to find out, but the fact is, she's not expecting this. And I'm assuming that the ride over will give Luce some time to plan.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, once they land, she could just use her invisibility glyph and then sneak out, or at least, like, take Kikimora by surprise or something like that.
Yeah, no, she's definitely going to get the better of Kikimora. That's pretty clear.
Yeah.
It's just what happens afterward that is, what on earth are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. And, of course, we still don't know what Rain's plan is in regards to Ida. We know they plan on doing something to save her, because we know this isn't going to work out, especially since Belos knows about their plan. Kikimora revealed that, he has eyes and ears everywhere, but now I'm thinking, okay, obviously they must have a traitor in their mix, so I'm trying to think who it could be. Because I'm thinking either one of the Coven heads, or maybe one of the side characters that are helping them, maybe somebody's actually in disguise.
Or somebody's pretending that they're not in disguise.
Maybe.
That, what's his name, Steve? They were saying, I know we liked him, but he's been wearing the freaking guard uniform in casual situations.
I am betraying me, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Steve.
I don't want it to be Steve either, but I know he seems right now he seems the most obvious.
Yeah.
But of course, it's usually the one you least suspect.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, part of me was worried too, because Tara's been watching over Rain, yet Rain's been by themselves leading this whole thing. So how exactly have they been getting away with it?
There could be some sort of spy thing on Rain that Rain does not know about.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, there's no way Rain could have done all this without Tara once showing up, or wondering, trying to contact them, find out where they've been. Yeah, there's so many variables in this, and of course, I knew that either the plan would go horribly wrong, or they'd be walking into a trap, given we knew all the details of everything. And I know there are certain things that are hidden, but usual storytelling, if you know the whole plan, that means nothing's gonna go right.
Honestly, I think what we need to be looking for is the person who's not so concerned over the outcome. Because clearly everybody in Cats knows what's going down, what the ultimate outcome of the Day of Unity is going to be. Mm-hmm. So if somebody within the organization is not the least bit concerned with what happens after, then we need to be looking at them.
Yeah, I guess anybody who talks about future plans and stuff, talking about future plans after this point is hopeful, sort of unrealistically optimistic, given we know what's going down. But that would kind of set up a red flag a bit.
That, or because of King's new connection to the Collector, maybe the Collector is seeing what's going on.
So it's a whole Voldemort situation.
Could be.
I don't know. It's kind of weird though, because King's obviously aware of the Collector, but the Collector doesn't seem all that aware of King's presence. When he showed up in the realm, they knew that somebody had appeared, but they couldn't see, per se.
I mean, it could be an act. It seems like that would be the Collector's kind of modus operandi.
I assume they're connecting through the Titan blood or something, or through the door or whatever. I mean, maybe the Collector is connecting with King, because I think they said that what triggered it was that a stone he touched, correct? The stone that supposedly was supposed to be, I guess a makeshift portal that Belos, I think, was going to use, but it didn't work. We still don't fully know the story about that. But yeah, I think that is where we're leading. It's that whether he likes it or not, King's going to be the one to release the Collector, and then all hell's going to break loose. So I know we have one episode left. What was the title of it?
King's Tide.
Yeah, so obviously we know a few things are going to happen. We know King is going to be involved with theoretically releasing the Collector. We know Luce is going to face Belos again. As to what the outcome of that battle is going to be, we still don't know. We know that Ida's walking into a trap, and that chances are Rain's going to do something to save her, possibly the sacrifice of themselves. And of course we know the others, the kids, and all the other side characters are going to do their best to stop things. But I think this is inevitably going to end with Belos trying to kill someone, or successfully killing someone, trying to use the door, betraying the Collector, but then they end up getting released anyway by King, and then the Collector theoretically kills Belos. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
and then just takes over everything. And that's what leads to our 3 specials.
Maybe not necessarily kills Belos, but makes an example of him.
Like brainwashes,
enslaves,
or petrifies. Yeah. You know, if he got petrified, that'd be a fitting punishment, given what he's done to all those other magical creatures. Either way, Belos is going down. Guy freaking deserves it, given how he's used everybody to his advantage. I don't know if we're gonna get, like, more backstory in terms of what led to that, but, I mean, the guy's a witch hunter. And I know he was born at a time and probably in a community where, you know, witches were evil and yada yada yada, but you'd think, given all his time in this world, he would learn that they're not as bad as people say. And the fact that he keeps that mindset, the fact that he continues to use people and, you know, even kills people, like, just shows he's a bad guy no matter what. So I look forward to his punishment.
Also, like, what's his ultimate gain with being the witch hunter? Because after all these ages that he's been in the Boiling Isles and everything, I would imagine that any of his fellow witch hunters from the human realm have passed on. We did see that guy in yesterday's Lie, but it seems like witch hunting's kind of dwindled in favor in the human realm. So what's his ultimate end game with that? Does he feel like he's gonna get something for getting all these witches?
I think it's all about revenge, honestly. They didn't say it, but I saw a roundtable talking about, like, all the pictures we saw in Belos' mind, which subtly create a storyline, which I believe to be the accurate one, in which Belos and his brother chased a witch through a portal into the Boiling Isles, but then the brother ended up falling in love with the witch and gave up on trying to return home, even though Belos continued to try to do so. And it got to the point where he got so resentful he killed his brother and attempted to kill the witch as well. And then he just held on to his grudge of witches because they took his brother away from him. And then all those years trying to find the portal, not being successful, being bullied by all of these other magical creatures at a time where he was at a disadvantage. And then his encounter with Luce just made him hate wild witches. So pretty much at this point, he has no reason to like witches whatsoever and just wants to wipe them all out before finally returning home. And I know he knows that it's hundreds of years, but it's still home. It's still away from magic. So theoretically, this is all about completing his lifelong goal that he's been doing for hundreds of years, as well as revenge against the people that brought him there in the first place. That's what I think.
Not such a great plan, given
I know it's not
the incredibly longevity of it. I know it's ultimately what's going to be the most effective for him, but after all these years, how do you hold on to that?
As I said, if you're obsessed enough with something, that's your only goal, and nothing short of completing it is going to stop you. Some people are just like that. But as I said, this is most likely going to end with him either dying or being imprisoned forever. I don't see any form of redemption. I don't see anybody being kind toward him toward the end. If they are, it'll be a freaking miracle. But yeah. Next episode, I feel like we're going to see the end of Belos one way or another, and we're going to see the Collector unleashed. Yep. So until then, for the big grand finale of the Owl House, I'm Kat McBerry.
I'm Doug McBerry.
And buckle in, people, because we're in for a wild ride. Go, cats, go!